Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video the Bratz Mean Girls saga continues because yes, in this video hopefully we'll wrap it up for now regarding the Katie drop, but we do have finally an official statement kind of response from Bratz of the Mean Girls Backlash. We also have to talk about the apparent November Amazon pre-order release date for European fans, if that's real or not, just also how Bratz conducted themselves during this whole thing to fans with utter lack of respect. How are the other two releases gonna go? Is MJ completely copying Mattel now for the worst? How limited was this really? And I also have a theory on why this all just kind of imploded on itself, and yeah, more, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, so first up we have to talk about how Bratz responded to this whole thing. Basically, after the last video I was still waiting on updates, and then I saw that they had updated their story, and I was like, oh my gosh, finally something's happening. Because remember, the last time they had let us know anything about the Katie drop was this statement right here. Run into some delays, what they are we'll never know, but we'll keep you updated once they are live. Yeah, keep us updated my ass. They didn't keep us updated. Right after this, they only shared the Amazon France link. So just remember, okay, good? Now, let's move on. So what they ended up sharing to their story after all of that was actually a ColourPop Cosmetics reel. Yes, because of course they have other collaborations that they have to promote. Meanwhile, we're all here sitting rotting, wondering what happened with those listings for Amazon for European fans. Then they shared another reel, of course, more promotion for the ColourPop collaboration. And then finally they were like, yeah, let's give them an actual update. I think we've let them wait it long enough. So this was the update. Okay, let's read it, shall we? So Bratz fam, we are blown away by the love and excitement you've shown for our Mean Girls Katie doll. The sellout for this doll was way beyond our Bratz dreams, and trust us, there is much more coming, much more magic coming. We want to let you know that we hear you, we see you, and we're always adjusting for future drops. Your passion means the world to us. Stay tuned, and thank you for being amazing, supportive, and passionate community that you are. Sending all the love, the Bratz team. Oh, really? So this to me feels like empty words. This falls flat to me, because this would have made sense if they had released the other Amazon listings before. But sharing this first, after they know very well that they still hadn't shared those other Amazon listings, to me just feels like a slap in the face. Like, yeah, you know, we hear you. No, you don't. You obviously do not hear us if this is what you're showing us after you still haven't completely resolved the Katie release issue. If they don't resolve the Katie issue, how can we know that they will do anything to improve the Regina or Tupac, Gretchen, Karen releases? Like, if they can't even resolve the Katie release, how the shit are they gonna improve or do the other two releases? Like, how in the world are they gonna go? How can they make a statement like this if they didn't even resolve the first release? Like, come on. How they've completely moved on to promoting, once again, the ColourPop Cosmetics collaboration. So it seems to me that this statement right here is the last thing we'll get officially regarding the Katie drop before Regina drops in 2 weeks. So this to me just feels beyond disappointing. I do have, I guess, a glimmer of hope for Amazon, European fans, because there are Amazon listings for the Katie doll up right now for Spain, France, UK, and Germany too. They're all unavailable right now, but it does seem that at one point, while the France link was available, the listing was available, it switched to pre-order, and perhaps the November 11th release date is actually true for the Amazon websites. Obviously, this would be amazing. Even if we have to wait, it would be great to not have to pay like $200 plus for the Katie doll on eBay. Like, that's just ridiculous prices right now. I started to think, well, hang on, what if this screenshot of this information was taken during the time where the Amazon France pre-order listing was active and set to November 11th? What if this information is actually not relevant anymore? I also recently checked if this would still show up on like Amazon UK. And lo and behold, yeah, you know, if you search released on like looking for specific info, it does show you like release date is November 11th. So for the Katie doll. So I do think this could actually be true. But again, it just seems a little bit too good to be true. And like, unless Bratz confirms this outright, telling us like this is the case, I don't think we can actually say this is real. It's also really sucky how like just previously today on Amazon UK, apparently she went live for pre-order for a couple of minutes, and like obviously no one knew, because first of all, let's remember, officially, if you were only keeping tabs on this information through what Bratz officially shares on their story on Instagram, you would only have accessible to you the Amazon Friends link so far. This whole pre-order thing that happened for like 2 seconds was only known to like a couple of people who already had the Amazon UK listing through like youloveit.com. So this really sucks, because obviously no one knew about this short window of time where the pre-order was active again on Amazon UK. Like no one knew this except for, again, like a couple of people. And then obviously by the time everyone went to look, she was back to unavailable. So this just sucks, because again, officially Bratz hasn't even shared the UK or Germany or Spain listings. They've only shared France. So like how is anyone supposed to keep tabs on these listings, and much less know when they're like, when she goes up for like 2 seconds for pre-order? This just feels so like messy to me, and like it shouldn't be so hard, you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be so hard to get a doll, like gosh darn, like really. From the company's perspective of MGA, them selling out, you know, is a good thing. To them, selling out is great. It means that they've sold all the units. It means that they've made the most money that they could have made from this launch. But to us, obviously, it sucks, because they don't care who got these dolls, who got Katie. They don't care if scalpers got the doll or actual fans. They don't care. It really just goes to show you that at the end of the day, this is really just about money, and just saying like, yeah, no, because we've sold out. It doesn't matter who got them. We've made our money, and we're moving on. It's like, it really feels like that's the case. And it's like, yeah, how could you not know that this was the response? Like, are you joking me? Like, this is Jasmine Larian, who is Isaac Larian's daughter. She's like, oh, I'm so shocked. Surprise, shocked Pikachu image. Oh my god, like, yeah, who'd have known? Like, come on, girl. We knew, y'all know, y'all knew that this was gonna be the case, that she was gonna sell out, immediately. I do have a theory that why this all just kind of like imploded. Obviously, I think it's just pretty safe to say that Amazon was not part of the schedule, was not part of the plan initially to release these dolls on Amazon. But I do think after they saw the backlash of these releases only happening on Bratz.com, which previously had only shipped to the US, they were not shipping internationally. They said like, yeah, okay, we'll add Amazon to, shut us up, to basically make us happy. I feel like this all came so last second that obviously the time actually came to release Katie on Amazon. Obviously the listings were not ready yet. This is a big part as to why this just really fell apart, especially for the Amazon releases of Katie. Obviously Bratz.com was also a really like buggy website to begin with. A lot of people had problems on that website alone to, check out, and like they couldn't get her in time. So I think all in all, it was just a really badly planned and executed release from all angles. And the scalpers and bots, yes. I mean, it's safe to say that by now we've all seen the eBay listings for Katie, and like just how like inflated these prices are. I mean, 500, 200, 300. It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous. It's honestly Delulu. It's very Delulu. It's very delusional. And I also saw recently that, Karen and Gretchen, like there's someone listing them as a pre-sale. Like, are you kidding me? Who's doing this? Who this was ridiculous. Like, are you kidding me? And Regina too. Like, of course we gotta have Regina here. Of course. And people are buying her. Like, one sold in the last 24 hours. Are you kidding me? I'm not sure like even how limited this was. Like, yeah, people are saying that like they only made like 30 units of Katie, or that they only had like 1,000. It's ridiculous to me that they had like so little Katie dolls, and then just of course they're gonna sell out. Like, are you kidding me? And it left us with nothing in the end. And it's also so ironic how Kylie dolls were also limited at one point, but now they're selling for $5 on Target. Like Seriously, these memes write themselves. And of course, I think it's no secret that MJ was really trying to take a note from Mattel's book when it comes to limited releases, limited collaborations or whatever. Obviously, they're trying to make their own version of this collector line. Obviously, this collector has their own controversies, but at least with Mattel Creations, you know what you're getting into. You don't have to wait like hours for listings to appear out of thin air. Like, at least Mattel is like, you know what to expect. But with this release, with Katie MJ, it's like they were like, nope, we'll make it even harder than this collector drop. We want to be better than Mattel in every single way. It's like they really just took Mattel and what they were doing, and they applied it in the worst way possible to their own release with Katie, where it was even worse than this collector release for the Hocus Pocus 3-pack, because that collector pack of the Hocus Pocus dolls sold out in 9 hours. 9 hours they were available for people to get, for anyone to get. And meanwhile, Katie here drops and sells out in 2 minutes. Like, are you kidding me? So this just really feels like the wrong way to go for Mattel, for MGA to copy Mattel. And they should have just done it in a better way, instead of just like making the doll so limited quantity. Like, we don't even know how limited. She's not even numbered. It's not, it's like so ridiculous. So yeah, it's just like, obviously they want to get the money too, but this was not the way to do it. Next, we have to talk about, yes, the way that Bratz communicated with their fans and replied to fans' comments on their social media Instagram posts. I mean, it was really just ridiculous. When I keep using that word, but it really is. It's like such a bizarre situation, because Bratz is a professional, MGA, they're professionals, and meanwhile, Bratz here, leaving comments on the Katie Mean Girls post saying like, yeah, better luck next time. Better luck next time. Or, maybe try your luck with Regina in next 2 weeks, or, write it in the burn book. Who's responsible for a social media Instagram account of Bratz? Because the way that they did it, they handled like, fans' emotions and like, backlash. I get it, it's overwhelming, but still, like, the way they responded to fans in the comments was just so degrading and disrespectful. Too bad, but we'll have Regina in 2 weeks. Like, they really didn't care at all. And it feels like, who's doing this? And that brings us to my last point, which is, well, how the heck are the 2 other drops gonna go? Are they gonna be improved? How can they improve? Again, to me, I just find it hard for them to release a statement like that and just, assure us that they are gonna improve when they couldn't even resolve the Katie issue. Like, they couldn't even resolve the currently relevant issue of Katie, and they're saying that they'll do better with the 2 other ones. How do we know? How can we take anything that they say right now at face value and say, yeah, we trust you? Like, it really feels like they broke fans' trust. That they really did. Like, so we don't know how the next drops will go. Obviously, I think, to me, it would have been a great idea to make all of these releases in a made-to-order fashion, like what they've done with Mattel Creations in the past, because made-to-order, that way anyone who wants to get them can place the order, and then MJ will get the number of dolls to make, and then they will make those dolls. Obviously, that would take longer to ship to fans in the end. We would probably get them like months from now, if not a year. This way, at least everyone would be happy, and we wouldn't have to fight over, scalper prices and like who has her, Amazon fans, European fans, international fans. Like, it's such a mess how they did do it, because it feels like, yeah, if you hear us, you would improve and they would do something different. But so far, they've really changed nothing, and the made-to-order solution is really like right there in front of their noses. If they want to have it be limited, they can do that and still make everyone happy. It's so easy, but they're not doing it, and I don't know why, because they would have also made more money. It's like, does Bratz hate money? Does Bratz not want our hard-earned money? Do they hate money? Obviously, they made money with the Katie dolls that did sell out. Obviously, they did, but they could have made even more money. They could have made double, triple, quadruple of the amount if they had just made these more accessible to most fans. The best scenario would have been to have them be mass produced, like the Kylie dolls, because it's also so ironic to me how the Kylie dolls, who no one wanted, we got too many of. But now with the Mean Girls dolls, who everyone wanted, no one was able to get them. So it's just like such a backwards way of thinking and how it ended up going. Also, of course, European fans, what's gonna happen? Obviously the Katie November 11th drop hopefully will happen and hopefully will be true. But what about Regina? We don't have any updates on how the European Amazon release will go for Regina, if there's gonna be no listings once again with Katie. So we don't know. It's completely, Amazon right now is completely unreliable. There's such a lack of communication. I really feel like that's the worst part of this all, is that they really just didn't say anything to anyone, and they were just like, yeah, we'll figure it out by ourselves. Like, no, we will not. No one has time like this. No one has energy like this to spend on like if Katie will drop here or later. Also, who's gonna boycott Bratz? I mean, obviously this was a horrible launch, but I don't think if fans have not boycotted Mattel over Skeletor drops, I don't think MGA is gonna get boycotted over, you know, Bratz Mean Girls drops. Like, I don't think it's happening. But obviously, it just goes to show you that fans are really upset over this whole ordeal. Is anyone gonna keep trying? What's gonna happen? If you live in the US, did you get her? If you live in Europe, did you get her? If you live internationally, did you get her? And if not, are you planning on getting the future releases with Regina and the 2-pack whenever they do drop? Are you planning on getting them however you can? And if you're not, then what broke the trust? Like, what broke it for you? Like, what made you think and rethink that maybe this was just not worth it at all to spend time and energy into this whole thing when it's so hard and Bratz just does not deliver and it feels like just, again, empty promises? So what do you think what's gonna happen with Regina? What do you think is gonna happen with the Gretchen Karen 2-pack? And what are your hopes for future Bratz movie collaborations? By the way, I just checked Bratz's Instagram account and I saw that they shared a brand new reel, and I kid you not, on the comments of this reel, literally everyone unanimously is saying restock Katie, or that they want Katie back, or basically everyone is still saying like, hey girl, we didn't forget about Katie not appearing, okay? So everyone's still mad about it. So honestly, I'm still here for it because, yeah, you know what, Bratz should see the comments filled with restock Katie, because seriously, what happened was not okay and it was not fair at all. So let's make it happen. Let's let's make it happen, because seriously, like, we deserve it, and how Bratz handled everything was just not the way to go. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support the channel if you're able to. And of course, so you don't miss out on to post more content like this and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.